Hey guys, it's me, Kinsey, and today I am back with a new video. Today I'm going to be talking about 5 things that I wish I would have known before starting law school. If you guys are new here, my name is Mackenzie. I'm a 3L in law school and I make content here on YouTube about my law school journey, lifestyle. So if that's something you guys are interested in, definitely subscribe down below. It would mean the world to me if you guys wanted to join my channel and follow me along for the last year of my law school journey. So like I said, I just want to go through 5 things that I wish I would have known before starting law school. Hopefully these are things that you guys can learn from and implement into your law school journey. At least where I attend school, you have an orientation a couple days beforehand, and at this orientation they introduce you to new clubs and stuff like that. And then once the school year starts, they start club meetings and they invite everyone in. There are a lot of opportunities in these clubs to join and to become part of the team, run for office and these type of things. One thing I wish I would have known is that you don't have to do everything. It's honestly not a good idea to do everything. What I mean by that is don't go out and become the treasurer or the president of every club that you can. If there's something that you're really, really passionate about and really interested in, like maybe there's a club about a specific type of law that you're very interested in, definitely run for office. If that's something that interests you, definitely do it. Don't just do everything at once. I see people do this and I see them get weighed down, and then it's hard once you're in it to get out of it, for the next year. So as 1Ls, take your time and adjust. Don't, you guys, until you're in it, you don't understand, but law school is such a big adjustment from undergrad. Such a big adjustment. Let yourself adjust. Let yourself back into the swing of things, especially if you're not a traditional student and you've taken a couple gap years and you're just not used to the school life in general. Get back in the groove of things, find your own study habits, and then you can do multiple clubs if you want to. I personally don't think it's a great idea, and I definitely pressured myself into going to all this stuff and doing all these things that didn't interest me. So just don't. If it doesn't interest you, my best advice is just don't do it. Number 2, this is a controversial one. I see a lot of people that say oh, you don't need to prep for law school. Before going into your 1L year, you don't need to prep. I disagree. I wish that I would have done this. I feel like they didn't do a great job at my orientation of explaining here's a brief. This is how you do it. This is how to read a case. When you're not in law school, you think oh, it's just regular reading. It's not. At the same time as you're reading, you're having to issue spot, you're having to there's a lot that goes into reading a case, and I wish that they would have explained stuff like that better. So briefing, reading a case, outlining, not that I'm saying that you need to go read every case before the school year even starts. That's not what I mean. I mean do a little bit of research. Figure out how to brief a case. Maybe there's a free seminar online or something that gives you some cases and shows you how to brief them and shows you how to outline stuff. In my opinion, I think you should learn how to brief a case before. I think you should learn how to read a case before. I think you should at least get a general idea of what an outline is, what it looks like. All this stuff, whenever it's thrown at you 1L year, it's hard. 1L year, honestly, is so hard. I wish I would have learned how to brief a case beforehand. I feel those just foundational skills of law school would have been so beneficial for me, because I feel like law school is geared towards type A people. Most people you're going to encounter in law school are type A. And so I feel like everything they're teaching you and the ways they're teaching you to do things are geared towards type A people. I'm not a type A person. I am the farthest from a type A person that you could probably get. The way they taught us to study and the way they taught us to do these things just didn't click with me. So, I just wish I would have prepared more before school started. The third thing that I wish I would have known before law school is the lingo. Coming from a slightly legal background, I worked in a law firm for a couple of years. Some of these things I was already familiar with, but a lot of them I wasn't, and I kind of wish I would have known them before going into law school, just so I didn't have to look it up and wonder in the middle of class, what is this professor talking about? Simple stuff plaintiff and defendant. Your plaintiff is the one that's bringing the action, defendant is the person that it's against. That's very important. Some more things that are just commonly used and again, these are terms that I use in my videos, and I just don't ever really think to explain them. So outline. If you don't know what an outline is, at the end of your semester, typically, you know, you'll have exams. Your outline is what you compile. It's like all the information that you want that you compile into one document. You either use it to study, or sometimes you have an open note, open book exam, and so you can use that outline to recall information in the middle of your exam. Some people also use an attack outline. It's just a very condensed version of your outline. Outlines are like anywhere from like 20 to over 100 pages, depending on what class. Like torts outlines are gonna be very long. And so an attack outline is just a very condensed version. Like sometimes professors will put caps on how many pages you can bring in for an outline. So like I had an exam last year that was 1 page front and back for an outline. So I had my big outline and then I made an attack outline. So it's just like the very basic, quick to recall information. There's something called OCI. OCI is like on-campus interviews for jobs. At my school, we have just like a general website for the law school that has, we each have our own profile, and they will post like job postings on there specifically for law students. Whenever you apply to an OCI job, the interviews are typically held at the law school, and so, or remotely. But yeah, a lot of times it's at the law school, and they come to you, and so they're interviewing a lot of people, not at once necessarily, but like you have time slots that you sign up for whenever you have an OCI interview, and then you show up at your time slot, and then like there's people before you, there's people after you. Yeah, those are just some like pretty basic lingo that people will kind of throw around, like, oh, have you started outlining yet? The fourth thing that I wish I would have known before going into law school is you can pass all of your classes and still fail law school. When I tell people that, they are quite shocked and kind of amazed that that's even a thing. This is tailored to my school. I only know my school. I don't know your school. I don't like, so if this doesn't apply to your school, perfect. But at my school, in order to graduate, you have to have a 77 GPA. Overall, throughout your 3 years of law school, you have to have a 77. But a passing score for a law school class is a 70. So if you got 70s, if you got a 70, an exact 70 in every single law school course, your overall GPA would be a 70. It's like, you know, the average of all of them. Which means you would not graduate law school. You would not graduate with the required GPA. And I don't know if this is everywhere. I know a lot of places are kind of switching to pass-fail. My school hasn't done that yet. I don't foresee them switching to pass-fail anytime soon. But yes, where I attend, you can pass every single law school course that you take, but still fail law school. That was a huge shock to me. I will say, like at the school I attend, they are so good about working with you. If your grades drop, they immediately contact you, like, you know, like, what's going on? Let's fix this. Let's get to the bottom of this. We want you to succeed. To my knowledge, it's not really much of a problem where I go to school, like people not graduating but passing their courses, but it's still definitely possible. The last and final thing I wish I would have known before going into law school is it's not that serious. You got to keep in mind, law school is a very brief portion of your life. Once you graduate, your law school grades are done. Don't consume yourself for 3 years and absolutely just like work yourself to death. Especially for me, I had no intention of being at the top of the class. I had no intention of putting 60, 70 hours a week into law school. That just wasn't me. That wasn't what I wanted to do. It wasn't how I pictured my 3 years in law school. So come this winter, when you get your grades back, if they're not where you want them to be, it's not that serious. It's law school. It's 3 years of your life. You have so much going for you after you graduate. And if you're trying to get into law school right now and you're stressing about your LSAT score and all this, it's not that serious. It's not that serious. I promise. I know I've been in, like, for the people that haven't gotten into law school yet, I've been in your shoes. I know how badly you want this. I know that you're going to get it and you're going to succeed. But just keep in mind, it's not that serious. You will graduate eventually. You'll pass the bar if you so choose to take it. It's not that serious. Those are 5 things that I wish I would have known before I started law school. I think had I known these things and had I implemented some of these things, I would have been a lot better my first year of law school, but I mean, there's nothing I can do about it now, but I can pass this advice along to you about some things that I wish I would have known. There's definitely a lot more than 5 that I wish I would have known before starting law school. So if this is a video that you guys liked, let me know in the comments below. I can film a part 2 to this. If you guys haven't already, please do not forget to subscribe down below. It would mean the world to me if you guys wanted to join my channel. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And like I said, don't forget to comment down below. Let me know if you want a part 2 of this video. I would love to film it for you. I really hope this video helped you guys out. I really hope you guys found it inspirational and helpful to you in your law school journey. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.